Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt, and this is Team Chicago Challenge. We're on Lake Koshkonong. We're in front of Sunset Tavern, and we're here for the 3-hour ice race endurance. This benefits the Steel Shoe Fund, and I'll tell you, these guys really get around this track great. So let's check out the action. We'll be watching the start. 3 classes out here. I'll tell you, there's about 40 teams. That track is going to be loaded. As the teams line up, it'll be a 3-wave start. 53 teams made the trek to Lake Koshkonong for this 3-hour ice race endurance to benefit the Steel Shoe Fund. Money from this fund is used to help offset medical expenses for flat track racers. It's a not-for-profit 501(c)(3). If you want to donate, contact the Steel Shoe Fund. But 53 teams, 3 waves. Lightweight bikes, there were 11. 250s, there were 16. And the open class bikes, there was 26 bikes. 3-hour ice race endurance. Tom Gimmer, Al Sumners, and Gordon Lundy laid out a 2-mile ice track. The weather is cold. It's in the mid-teens. The wind is blowing at 20 to 25 miles an hour. It is chilly out there. Waiting for the start. My grandson is starting on the 145. Team Chicago, Team Bear, Kawasaki with the broken shock. So we wait for the flag, man. It is 12:29 and a half. And at 12:30 on the nose, they'll be ready to start this 3-hour Steel Shoe Fund National Ice Race Endurance. First wave is off. Second wave, the 250s. Third wave, open class. Charge it. I just got a report. My grandson, Brandon, was hit from behind. And he went down, sliding across the ice. Front fender is broken. He's got to head back to the pits to get the bike fixed. Up front, that Lake Country Power Sports Honda. It's a 125, bumped up to maybe 167. But they're the early leaders. 21 running second. These are the 125. That Big Dog Racing. Some of the 250s are now catching up and charging through. Like number 3 is Napster Han. Some of the big bikes are catching up. Like J.R. Schnabel, one of the top flat track racers in the country, finishing the top 10, I believe, on the AMA National Circuit. He is on fire out there on a 450 4-stroke Honda. Glare ice. Now the track is getting chewed up, but if you just get offline, you've got some glare ice to pass on. Second place, that's Gruber team. KSI Racing. It's like they've got Carlson on the bike to start out. Up front, Tyler Smolters with that Lake Country Power Sports Honda is still leading. Taking the charge now, J.R. Schnabel on that Beaver Cycle Club. 55 is J&S Racing. 113 is Bob Barr. Kawasaki goes flashing by. In the lightweight class, Birmingham Fuller, they're running right up there. That's Fuller Throttle Racing. Grass Speed 41. In the 250 class, they're on the charge. And as the rest of the teams come flashing by the start-finish line. What a great race. This is looking good already. 53 teams. This is a record. Check out the leader again. So up front is that Lake Country Power Sports, second place is still the Gruber team. That's KSI team. On the charge, J.R. Schnabel. Tim Farrell's out there. Farrell, Strangefeld, and Rogers. They're running at Harley-Davidson, Illinois Harley-Davidson Kawasaki Open Class. They're running right up there in the top 5 or 6 now. And as the teams sort themselves out, let's get a few comments from some of the racers earlier today.
Mark Gruber, and been coming to the endurance race for years, always enjoyed it. Track this year's a little long, a little fast, and it's really cold out, but we're going to still go out and try to have a lot of fun.
Hey, my name is Ben Carlson. This is my first time at the endurance race. I'm riding with Mark and Rick Gruber. I think it's pretty fun. It seems like it's pretty fast, but we got a good bike, and hopefully we have a good chance to win it.
Ride to Lumsden, and it's the first time I've ever ridden on the ice, but it's a blast. We got to get out here and try this. It's definitely a hoot.
Brian Mullane. I think ice racing is awesome. Second time I've done it. We're Team All Wrong.
Chuck, I'm also on Team All Wrong, and this is the most fun us enduro riders have until next summer.
Well, as the teams continue to race around, 66, that's Three Stooges Racing. They're in that heavyweight class, but up front, 33, that's Beaver Cycle Club. It's J.R. Schnabel. He has now established himself in the league. Looks like Ben Carlson with the Gruber team. KSI Racing has moved to second. Lake Country Power Sports on that small bore lightweight Honda is running in third, but J.R. Schnabel, he is flying out there. Look at that boy go, but he's one of the top racers in the nation. Charging through. I think that's 11X. That's the Burlingame Fuller team. Fuller Throttle Racing, number 11. I think they're running in second place in the lightweight class. They're on a Suzuki. They are hauling the bacon. Brandon's out there bouncing around on the Kawasaki. We were going to ride Phil's 250 Honda, his enduro bike, but he did not have it jetted right. I went out and practiced and went right on and seized it. So we had to go back to the Kawasaki, blown shock. But Brandon's looking pretty good, but it's tough to handle, but he's riding good on the gas. Tim Farrell on that Illinois Harley-Davidson Kawasaki. They're running the heavyweight class. He's got that open class Kawasaki. He's running about 4th or 5th overall. He's on the charge. In fact, he got around that 104. Lake Country Power Sports on the Honda. Tim's on the charge. 55. It's JNS Racing. They're looking good. Number 3. That's the Han Nafsker. They're looking good out there. 22. Redline Cycle. The guys out of Kenosha. They're on the charge. 53 bikes. 3 classes. Beautiful ice conditions. Time for a pit stop. Phil Young is going to take over. Brandon Griffith, my grandson, brings the Team Bear, Team Chicago, Amy Penkowski, Kawasaki into the pits. I'm going to take on some fuel. You can tell Brandon, his hands are getting a little cold. They were working on the bike. Well, as Phil continues to clean up, I come walking over to see if I can help out. I've been busy videotaping. Brandon's cold. Phil's ready to go. Slow pit stop, though. You know, we could have changed both tires on the R6, the amount of time this pit stop took, but mathematically we are out of a chance to win. And we're just out here to have a good time, challenging this 3-mile ice course on Lake Koshkonong as Phil heads out to do battle. Let's check out this course. Wait for a rider to come by, listen to the flagman, and Phil gets on the gas. You got this sweeping left-hander that brings you into a tighter left. And you got this double right. Phil's finding out that this fluff is not the place to be. You don't get any traction. You got the tightest left on the course. Another sweeping right. Light coming into the pits. The round of pit stops will be starting. Taking on fuel or riders just get cold. Number 3, that's that Han NASCAR team. They are flying. This is one of the fastest sections. 33, they have already pitted. It's like Jesse Janish. He's out there. You see he avoids the fluff, taking a little wider outside line, staying on the gas. He's on one of them 4-stroke Hondas. He's running with Schnabel and Schnabel. Making that pit stop, they went out of the lead. It's up to Jesse now to charge back through and try to get back in the lead again. Tom Gimmer's out there trying to plow. These are just ice chips, the ice being torn up. Comes that Han NASCAR team. They're running in the top 5. 104. They're running in second or third place at this point. That's Lake Country Power Sports. Tyler Schmalters, he is flying out there. Look at him go. 84, that's the George Mack team. Bunch of guys getting together, having a good time, racing around the ice. Was that 158 I just seen? That's the pre-construction Kirstein's Harley-Davidson Kawasaki. It's like Jason Kirstein's out there. He's having a good time. Those guys are running right up front. I think they're running about 6th or 7th right now. That's right, that's Illinois Harley-Davidson, number 42. They're still up there in the top 5 as Phil comes flashing by. You can see that shack is not working. It's nothing but a pogo stick out there. And we're getting near the halfway point in the race. Up front, it's like J&S Racing. Second place is that lightweight Honda, Lake Country Cycle. Beaver Cycle Club is running 3rd. Team KSI is in 4th. Godspell Wilson is 5th. Illinois Harley is 6th. Kirstein's Harley-Davidson is in 7th. And Fuller Throttle is in 8th place, and they're in 2nd place in the lightweight class. Here comes the lightweight leaders in for a pit stop. That's Lake Country Power Sports. I think that's a 167. It's a punched out 125, but these guys always go fast. As Phil brings the bike in for our second pit stop, my grandson started. So I wait for Phil. We haven't quite figured out the gas stops properly. I know I got this one tank and it really loads the fuel. But it's my time to take this 125 Kawasaki out. We're just here to have fun and support the Steel Shoe Fund. As I head out to the track, let's check it out. I get the okay to go. Got this fast sweeping left-hander. I'm gonna look for some clean ice, run a little wide here. This right-hander, if you stay right up tight, there looks like some glare ice. Now we're using Christmas trees to mark the corners. A little bit of a dip there. Get on the gas. Now here there's some fluff. Another tight right-hander. Let's stay on the gas. The track is starting to groove up, but you can find some ice. Now here there's a lot of fluff, so I just run right through the fluff, get in this glare ice, and get on the gas. Shift up, stay in the glare ice. Now I've got to move over for this right-hander. Stay on the glare ice. I cross the fluff again. Watch for a bike. Cut across the fluff again. Get in the glare ice. I'm sitting all the way in the front of the seat to avoid the back end from bouncing. I'll tell you, I just wish this rear shock was not blown. This is really a bunking Bronco, but I could have went so much faster and had so much more fun. 73. That's Kiso's bike. Well, they forgot to put gas in. They ran out of gas. That's Dave Kiso and his two sons are riding on this Illinois Harley-Davidson sponsored number 73. They put you back to the pits. Get some gas in that, baby. We're about at the 1 hour point. 1 hour left as the Fenwick team comes by. 38, 381. That's Frankie Kaiser riding by himself, and he had 200 Kawasaki. He's in the lightweight class. You see 55 come flashing by. They are in the lead. It's J&S Racing. My grandson Brandon is back on the Kawasaki. It's on the gas. We're just trying to have some fun. And maybe pick up a couple positions. Like I said, we lost laps in the beginning. Looks like the Illinois Harley-Davidson family, they're back racing. That's Dave Kiso and his sons. Ran out of gas earlier, made a pit stop, and now they're out to have a good time. On the gas and going for it. Running good. It's like Eric Gruber now is on that number 7X. That's KSI. They are leading the middleweight class. They're running 4th place overall. Those that prepared properly are still in. Uh-oh, rider down. Well, it looks like one of them new 450 Hondas. I don't see a name. The engine's still running. Running in 3rd place. 33. It's the Schnabel Janish team. And that's the Beaver Cycle Club entry, 122. It's like one of them other Redline bikes. Redline Cycle in Kenosha. It's like they're having a great time. 77. That's the Getz Betka team. Like they're having a great time getting on the gas through this fast section. Some of these teams are really flying out there. You can tell the fast guys, you can tell the slow guys. 42, so Gary Rogers is back up again and flying. He went down, that cost him a little bit. They're in 6th place. But up front is at J&S Racing, Lake Country Power Sports, Beaver Cycle Club, and then the Gruber team. Well, as we get towards the end of 3 hours of racing, I'm back on the Team Bear, Team Chicago, Amy Penkowski, 125, Kawasaki. Except this time I went to the Monster gloves. My hands got cold. I only rode 25 minutes that last time. Put Brandon back out there. Now I'm going to ride to the end. And these gloves are great. Man, if it's a little bit warm, though, your hands start to sweat. But this cold weather, it's about 15 degrees. The wind is blowing at 20 to 25 miles an hour. And now we're doing 50 to 60 miles an hour in this section here. Let's see. Let me think. I think the wind chill factor is about 20 below zero. Got a battle up front for the overall lead between 55 and 104. 55 is at J&S Racing. 104 is Lake Country Power Sport. These guys only made 2 pit stops. Two riders. They each rode an hour each, and then Tyler Schmolters rode the rest. They had an extra large Enduro gas tank. But in middleweight class, it looks like Team KSI, Ben Carlson, Eric Gruber, and Rick Gruber, they are leading in the middleweight class. See, 41, that's McGee, Bagorny team, Speed Racing. They're running right up there in the top 10, I believe. That's right, they're running about 10th place. As we get towards the end, the top 10, 41, Raspy, looks like they're running 10th. 9th place, it's Godspeed Wilson. 8th place, that Fuller Racing on the lightweight class. 7th place, Bob Barr Racing with Janjoff Hamilton Barr. 8th place, that the pre-construction Kirstein Harley Davidson running in 6th place. They're looking good. 5th place, Illinois Harley Davidson with Tim Farrell, John Strangefelt, and Gary Rogers is running in 5th. The Gruber team, KSI Racing, is running in 4th place. 3rd place, Jesse Janish and the Schnabels, and they're on that Team Beaver Cycle Club. But up front, for the lead, it looks like it's a battle between J&S Racing and Lake Country Power Sports. In 3 hours, we've covered 70 laps. As I come by and pick up the checkered flag to end 3 hours of racing with this Steel Shoe Fun National Endurance. It was absolutely big fun. 22, that's Redline Cycle. They had a flat tire. They had to fix that. They were all over the place. .158, that's the Dupree Kirstein team, taking 6th place. Boy, everybody's relieved. Everybody's a little bit cold. There goes that McGee team, Speed Racing. They finished 10th. Whoa, Team McQueen. Team McQueen went down. The guys out of Milwaukee. But they're definitely having big fun. Great event. They get the checkered flag. Still got a few more teams to come on through. And there they are, the overall winners, Lake Country Power Sports on that 125 Honda, bumped up, Tyler Schmolters and Adenad. And now let's go to the final trophy presentation.
I'd like to give a special thanks to Tom and Leanne Gimmer from Sunset Tavern for letting us do this here every year. Tom also just came up and made a $100 cash donation to the Steel Shoe Fund and another $50 for the overall winner today. Also like to thank some of our sponsors that helped pay the bills for the trophies and that. Astalan Cycle Club of Lake Mills, Kettle Moraine Ambulance Service of Waukesha, Eleanor Trophy of Kewaskum, Moose Racing Equipment, Southeast Sales of Milwaukee, Suburban Harley Davidson and Buell of Thiensville. The reason we do this is for the Steel Shoe Fund to help out injured flat track racers. Overall winner today, which I believe is the first time for this. Yes! We have a lightweight bike, number 104, Hutton Smulders, overall winners today.
It was a great day on Lake Koshkonong. For more information on the Steel Shoe Fund, their website is www.steelshoefund.org. Steelshoefund.org. I just wish the shock on that Kawasaki would have been working properly. To contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Let me know what you think of this show and all the other shows up on YouTube. And you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing. And I encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. They're just south of North Judson, Indiana. It's Winnemac. They're on Indiana 39. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles.